So this is how you need to set the state. Okay, so basically you can see I have this object properties, so I'm directly using this curly braces, and then I'm writing the age. We want to mutate all of them, then you just copy and paste and change all of them. Okay, so now let's say I want to share the data from child to parent. So is it possible? Right, because data flows only in one direction. Okay, and I want to share the data from child to parent, as well as let's say I want to change the parent state properties. I want to do two things. One is share the data from child to parent, okay, and also mutate the parent state properties. Okay, is it possible? Okay, let's see the example. So what I will do is, let's say I have this change handler. Okay, so what I will do is here in this change handler, I'll pass the data. Okay, so first of all, what I will do is I'll pass this method as a prop. Okay, I can do that. So I will write, okay, change data change handler, this dot change handler. Okay, so now if you go ahead and check, you will have that this dot change handler. So now what I will do is, let's say I'm expecting some argument here. Okay, data. So if I'm expecting some data here, so what I need to do is, I cannot do like this. Okay, so when you directly write like this, it will be executed immediately without on click. Okay, so you should not do this, right? You cannot write like this. So to avoid that, what we will do is we'll write this arrow function, and then we'll wrap them inside a curly brace if you want. Okay, otherwise just leave it like this. So now I want to share data, right? So now write just a hello world. So now let's see what is there in that data. So I'll write console.log. Now let's go ahead and check the output. So it is doing two things. One is changing the state, and also it is printing the parameter value. Submit this, and you can see I'm getting this hello world, right? So I got the hello world. Okay. So this thing you understood, right? Why we are wrapping this dot change handler in an arrow function. See, what will happen is I'll just remove it, and you see what happens. Okay. So see, hello world is getting executed by itself. Okay, so it will repeatedly be called every time. Okay, so that is the reason you should not write function expression directly. Okay, function call directly. You should wrap it. So now this is correct. Now when I click on this, this will be executed. Here we are passing the arguments and then printing the parameter value. Fine. So I'm passing the change data, right? This dot change handler, I have it. I can write the same thing also. Now let's go to this. Okay, have you observed that whenever I'm changing the parent data, is it changing the child data as well? See, age is 23 over here, right? I'll refresh it. So when I submit, see, it will change the child data as well, right? Okay. So now I will execute the parent function in the child component. Okay, so let's have that button over here, like this dot props dot change handler, and then see, I will pass the value from here, and then here it will print that value, right? Because I'm calling the function from my child component. Okay, so let's do that. Click on it. See there, hello world got printed, right? I'll click again, it got printed. See, okay. So via a callback function, you can share a data from child to parent. Okay, so you need to have this. So now here, from here you can pass some IDs, and based on that IDs you can change some data or get some data from the APIs, and then share back to the child component again. So these kind of things. See, all the functionalities, everything you should keep it in your parent component, because if you keep it in child component, what will happen is sometimes if you want to share that the same functionality to other component, then it won't be reusable, right? So see, I'm using this change handler in this component as well as in my child component. Okay, so that is why you should try to keep your functionalities in your parent component. If it is relevant to your child component only, and if it is not going to be reusable, then keep it in your child component only. Okay, as we have seen how we can set the state and how we can call the function from child component. Okay, so now we'll see some other things, right? So set state is done. Now we'll see the conditional rendering. Okay, so you have seen, right, whenever I'm changing the data of the component of a parent component, it is also rendering the child component every time. Okay, and whenever it finds the changes in the state or props, okay, it re-renders the component. Okay, so anyways, we'll try to find out the solution for that re-rendering. So now what we'll do is we'll see the conditional rendering. Okay, let's say I have a flag here is login. Okay, I'll set to false first time. So I'll check if is login is true, then he or she can see home component. Otherwise, he or she can see login component. So this is called as a conditional rendering, right? So there are some ways we can do a conditional rendering. Okay, see, these are small things. Okay, state, prop, set state, and callback functions. So these are all a small things. You can do it easily. Okay, conditional rendering is also a small thing. Okay, so it's like if else kind of things, right? Now what we'll do is we'll see how many ways we can conditionally render a data. Okay, so let's say what I'll do is let me have one more component. Okay, state versus props is done. And okay, so for me, for conditional rendering, I need only one file. So you have observed, right? My file name starts with a capital letter. Yes, and then now what I'll do is in this I'll simply write is login. Very first time I'll set to false. Again, it depends if you want to set it to true, you can set it to true or set to false. Okay, so now what I'll do is based on this is login, I'll show some component. Okay, or hide some component, right? Hide and show kind of things. So can I write if else statement directly in this div? I'll say no, I can't write it. So I'll write this dot state dot this dot state dot is logged in, and then you can return something if you want. So let's say I just want to return. I'll write if show that I am in home component, else write it in the render, but not here. So now for this, what I need to do is I need to create a variable, right? Okay. So you can create a, let's say, variable, just save as, and then you can update it. So if it is logged in, then it has to show home login. Okay, and I'll have a simple one toggle button. So in that button, so that I can see whether both true and false is working or not. So I'll write toggler or toggle handler, find it again in the state. So now here I'll write this dot set state is locked in, not is locked in, and let's call that function here. So now by default it should show login, right? Okay, first of all, we are not rendering that component. Need to go to app component, and so you can see I'm able to see the login, right? So when I toggle, it is home. In toggle back, it is login, login, home, right? So I can write if else, but only within a function. Okay, or else I can do one thing. I will write one function. It is, I'll write it here and then write return instead of return whatever the function returns, it will execute that. Now it should be like this. Fine, and let me remove this. I can do even this. And the most famous one is the ternary, right? So very easiest also, right? So what I'll do is question mark and then display login, or else I want to display home. Right? So basically here you will be writing the component, okay? So it will be something like this. We do not have such thing now. So that's why. Oh, I have removed the button also. So basically it is false, and then I should write home here and log in here, right? So in this case, you can make it as true. Login will be displayed, otherwise home will be displayed. Okay. So I have shown 3 to 4 ways till now. Okay. So there is one more, like immediately invoked function expression. It will be something like this, right? Set timeout. Okay. In many of the ways we can write this. So then you will be calling them like this, right? So it will invoke itself. In this case, how will you write it? So basically the same thing. If is logged in, return else. Let me just return one thing, okay? So return worked, and see, it worked, right? So this is also one of the way you can conditionally render the data. You can write and or also, right? So let's say it is logged in. If it is true, then only render home, right? There it is displaying home. If it is false, then it won't execute. That's a logical and, right? This is also one of the conditional rendering. Okay, you can even use switch statement. Okay, within the function, within the render function, you can use the switch statement. Okay, so like how we have used if else, like that only you can use the switch inside a function.